Hey, everybody, let's give it up for Martin one more time. Come on.
Hey, thank you. Kind of snuck in on you there, didn't I?
Yeah, I've never had that happen. You caught me way off guard. I like that though. So, how we running today? How's the Napa Camry doing?
So far, so good. We were 6th quickest in the practice there, and felt good about the car. So it's going good.
Yeah. What is when it comes to Martinsville? What is one of the keys to just staying in it until the end of the race?
You know, the key is just having a car that's pretty good on the long runs. You know, you tend to get a lot of long green flag runs here, and you can lose a lot of time if your car is not good. You know, you get up off the bottom, and 3 or 4 guys get by at a time, and it's tough to hold them off. So just having a good car in the long runs is important, especially, you know, but the problem is then at the end you tend to get cautions and short runs, so you got to be good on those too. And so finding that balance between a good long run car and something that'll go fast on new tires is important.
Are you more when it comes to a short track, racing on short tracks? Do you like a loose car? Do you like a tight car? What's Martin Truex's? What's your favorite?
Turning good, free is good, but here you need a lot of drive off. If you're spinning the tires up off the corner, you're going to get killed after 20 laps. So
wheel hop.
Yeah, the hard part here is getting it to turn really good in the center of the corner, but still drive off, be able to get the gas down, not spin the rear wheels off the corner. It's hard to get it. You know, it's hard to really get the car good here, but you have to be able to run in front.
How important now are brakes when it comes to coming into Martinsville?
Brakes, you can burn them up if they're not good. Brakes are very important. You know, most guys will kind of run 80, 90% a lot of the day just braking-wise, so you have some left at the end. What happens here is they get so hot that the pads lose grip as the race goes on, and when you come down to the end, it's time to go, you don't have enough grip in your pads. So you got to try to take it easy on them as much as you can, you know. And again, it comes back to having a good handle in a race car. If you can roll through the center of the corner and not have to overslow the car, you can do good. But you know, it all relies on getting that car handling.
Right. Qualifying here, is it important to qualify up front, or is it still you can maybe qualify mid-pack, and if you got a good car, you know you're going to be able to race up front?
Yeah, I mean, you can come through the field here if you got a fast race car and have trouble qualifying, but it's a lot easier if you qualify up front, especially the pit road deal. You know, if you could get a good pit road spot, you know, maybe get a car that's a little bit off speed-wise and get a lap down, see if a clean box in or out helps a lot. Pit road's tough and tight here, so it's good to have an opening if you can get it.
Right. Now, Martin, you come from a family of racers from the Northeast. What is family for you in racing? How much has that meant?
Well, it's meant everything. Obviously, I mean, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for my family. I would have never even got involved in racing, I don't think. So, you know, I owe it all to those guys. My dad owned all my cars until I started running nationwide. So that means a lot to me that they still come and support me and have fun at the racetrack. My dad absolutely loves racing. Now we've got my brother coming up in the nationwide series, so it's been a lot of fun to have those guys around. My brother's been living with me for a while, and it's cool to have him around some. So it's cool to have them all around and come to the racetrack.
Does Ryan come to you for a lot of input in his up and coming career?
He does. You know, he asks questions. He doesn't ask a lot. He likes to learn a lot on his own, and I kind of made him that way, I guess. But he asks questions, the important questions, and he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Right. So we're here in the RK Motors Charlotte display.
Yeah.
And as I understand, you've been to the facility a couple times and been able to check it out.
Absolutely. It's really cool. A lot of cool cars, a lot of nice people. And,
is there any car that you're particularly you really like in the shop? Do you have a classic car yourself?
I don't. I would like to. We had a photo shoot there last year, and there was like a 66 Chevelle. It was like bright orange, and I really liked it. I never did go. I don't even know if it's still there, but I got to drive that Toyota over there a few times.
Oh, you got to hot rod that thing?
Yeah, I pretty much wore the rear tires out on it.
How is that thing? I mean, just give us a little breakdown.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's got a cup engine in it, so it's got a lot of power, and it's pretty light. So it's.
Where did you get the hot rod that thing around? On a track or?
No, right there in the parking lot.
Yeah, just do some burnouts, give it all it's got.
Yeah, it was good.
And someone's even telling me, they say that the number of times that you stop by RK Motors in Charlotte, that you always seem to pick out the orange cars.
I don't know what it is about old cars, but I like them to be orange.
You like them to be orange.
So yeah, I mean that one's
so that's not bad
pretty
either,
sporty.
right there. That's not bad either. Okay, look.
And yeah, orange is good. Red and white's good too, though.
Definitely.
I like red and white.
Definitely. Now I was checking out your Twitter page, and on your Twitter page, you and your teammates are doing like this movie thing, this movie trailer. What is that all about? It looked pretty interesting. I don't know if you want to tell the fans about what it is.
The Toyota stuff?
Yeah. What is that?
Some movies we put together.
But like, what is the band? Is it just something fun that you guys are doing? Just to have fun?
It's for Toyota's website. I don't have any idea what they're doing with it. All I know is I did them and they were really cool. The previews came out good. They were like spoofs kind of on old movies. There was a Forrest Gump one. The one I did was Taxi Driver, which was Robert De Niro. I played him. Supposedly I'm as good as he is.
That's good. That's good.
Paranormal, where the lady stands next to the bed and like they go fast forward through all the stuff. I did that. That was pretty cool.
Nice. Very nice.
But they came out good, and I'm not sure what they're going to use them for, but we did them, and they came out good.
Yeah, I saw yours on your Twitter page, and it looked really good. If you want to follow Martin on Twitter, it's Martin Truex Jr. At Martin Truex Jr. 56. What do you like to do in your free time when you're away from the racetrack? The limited amount of time. I'm sure that you guys don't get a lot of free time away from the racetrack. What do you like to do?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. I mean, I like to hunt and fish. I like to grill. I like to cook for the family. I like to have people over and hang out at the pool and all that. So, spending time at home with the family is probably my favorite thing, and getting out on the lake catching some fish is a close second.
Is there any particular place that you like to go, or do you just like to do the fishing out there on Lake Norman, or do you got like a hot spot that you like to go to?
I enjoy saltwater fishing, going out on a big boat and catching some big fish, but I don't get to do that much anymore. I grew up out on the coast, so I did a lot growing up, but nowadays it's a day or two during the week at the lake and then back off to work, so we don't get a whole lot of time to do much, but get away when I can in off season and stuff,
Right. How would you like to hot rod one of these old time cars around town?
I've always been a fan of the old school racing, and it's something that you get asked a lot of times if you could ever go back in time and do something, what would it be? One of them would be to go out to run with those guys, with Junior Johnson and Cale Yarborough and all those guys back in the day, Bobby Allison, Donnie Allison, all those guys. Right. It'd be cool just to see what it was like to race those cars.
I think it'd be crazy because no power steering. And a track like this would be just...
It would be crazy. Of course, they went a lot slower then than we do now, but I've heard a lot of cool stories about them from Richard Petty and some of the guys that are still around here about how they used to race, and it just sounded like they had so much fun that I'd like to go back and try it and see what it was like.
Right. Some other news I heard talking about cars is you guys got a new chassis that you guys have brought here to the Speedway. Yep. So is this sort of like a R&D thing when it comes to this race with the chassis? Is it like a specific chassis for short tracks?
No, it's kind of towards the end of last year we started building some new race cars, and it's pretty much a newer generation car for MWR, and it's the first time we've brought it to Martinsville. Of course, we've been running it all year at all the other tracks, and that's a big reason for the success we've had towards the end of last year and this year is just building some new cars that are just a little bit easier to drive, have more grip, and are a little bit faster. So far today, it's a step forward here, just like it's been everywhere else. And so far it's been fast, and we just need to get it dialed in for tomorrow and qualify good, and hopefully race good on Sunday.
Nice. How would you on a rating factor, say 1 through 10, how would you rate yourself so far this season in the Sprint Cup Series?
It's hard to rate yourself. I mean, you got to rate yourself as a group, and I feel like our group has done a nice job. A number 1 and a 1 to 10 is not very good, though. 10 is good, 1 is
good.
bad.
There you go, 10.
Well, I appreciate that, but what's up, bud? How you doing? Nice to see you out. It's I think we've been a good solid 7 or 8. I think there's things we could do better. Unless you're winning every race, you're not the best out there. So we need to keep working on that. But
right.
The team's been solid. They've done a nice job. Our cars have been fast, a lot faster than they were this time last year. And we just need to continue to be consistent, get those points each week, and put ourselves up front. And, sooner or later, we're going to get back to victory lane.
Right. How important was last weekend's finish to be there, to be in the top 10 at the right time? Did you guys have to strategize? Were you guys playing the weather game last weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we played some of the weather. We kind of knew it was going to rain, but we weren't sure when. Chad did a good job calling the race. We were short pitting a little bit. We didn't qualify all that well, and at the start of the race, our car was off a bit. And so we were doing a little bit of short pitting to try to make up some ground and continued to get our car better and better. And at the end, when it rained, we were the fastest car on the racetrack. So that was a good thing. And, to be able to get that good finish there was important for us. California was a track that we struggled at last year. And to be able to go there and have a solid run means a lot to the team, and kind of shows what we're going to be able to do this year.
Right. Well, one more question before you leave. Now, obviously, winning a Sprint Cup Series championship is the goal for everybody. But have you guys set a goal for yourselves this year, like maybe a certain number of wins that you guys really want to get? Any particular goal that the number 56 team has set for themselves?
Well, the most important thing is getting in the chase for Napa and everybody on our race car, everybody at MWR. To make the chase would be a big deal for us. It's something that's not been done for the team. And Michael Walter Racing has never been in it yet. And, of course I have, and Clint has, and Mark has. So we want to get them in there, and that's our first goal. And we're off to a good start in that direction for getting that done. And obviously, I want to get back to victory lane more than anything.
Right.
Just, it's been way too long. I know I can win at this stuff. I've been in position to do it a bunch of times since my last win, and just seems like it never works out. But it's coming soon, I promise.
Is being in fifth a comfortable spot for you, or is there right now, this early in the season, there's no comfortable spot in the group that's allowed to make the chase?
It's pretty early to really worry about points. It's a good spot to be in. Obviously, it's better than being 15th or 20th. We started slow last year, and this year it's been a lot more comfortable. In 5 or 6 weeks, if we can be fifth, we're going to be happy about that. We're going to be in good shape. Really, first 10 races, you kind of establish yourself. There's a little bit of a gap that happens in the points there. Right now, it's so close you can lose 3 or 4 spots, 5 spots a week. So we just need to be consistent, stay up where we're at, and go get them to after 10 races.
Nice. Do you know where you're going out in qualifying?
I was 6th quickest, so
whatever,
I don't even know how many cars are here. Probably
Gotcha.
40 something.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, it sounds like you got a hot rod.
6 from the end, I can tell you that.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for driver the number 56,
Thank
Napa
you guys.
Toyota
Thank
for Michael
you very
Waltrip
much.
Racing, Martin Truex. Martin,
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Good luck this weekend.
Are you racing the Turkey Derby at all?
I'm not.
Thanks for coming by, Martin.
I'm not.